welcome to Forget Work, Watch Films with your hosts, Tony Howe, Thomas Connors, and Robert Connors.
Hello everybody, welcome to Forget Work, Watch Films. This is episode 7. My name's Tom Connors. I'm hosting this week. I'm with my co-hosts. How are we doing, gentlemen?
Yeah, alright mate, alright.
I'm fine. I'm good.
I thought I'd try a little radio voice, but I don't know if I can keep it up. So anyway, moving on. It's a nice sunny day, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Do you think when it's sunny like this, it's harder to watch films? Or are you one of them people that you're not really bothered about sun? If you want to watch something, you'll stay in and watch it?
I think it's easier to put a film on at night.
Yeah.
But also when it's like a weekend, which it is now.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like nice just to chill out.
We watched,
stay in your pants, watch a few
scratch
films.
what you want. We watched a film last night. We were going to watch a horror. I'll get into that in a sec. But she wanted to watch it at like 6-7 o'clock, but it was still sunny. You can't watch a film like that, a scary film, when it's sunny. But yeah, so going to cover a couple of topics this week. I had a request. I've got a question that I want to put to you both as well. But just like last week, I want to start off. What have we watched this week, gentlemen? What have we watched?
I rewatched Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh no.
You know what? I know I don't want to spend too much time on Marvel. It only seems to be that we speak on about 6 different films. Like Marvel as one entity, or Batman or something else. But it's not great second time round. I don't know.
I'm not going to watch it again.
Yeah.
That's it with me.
It's not great.
Leave that in the same pile as Ragnarok.
I tell you what I did.
Captain Marvel.
Tell you what I did start watching and all. Batman Forever.
Yeah, I like that film.
I hadn't seen it for a long time, but it's Batman with extra cheese.
Yeah.
It just reminded me then when I mentioned, but I only watched the first half an hour. It's ridiculous. And do you know what? Tommy Lee Jones. People go on Jim Carrey camped up in that film. He camps it up to 9s.
He's Alan Rickman in there.
He's more camp than what Jim Carrey is in places. It's ridiculous.
He's Alan Rickman in Robin Hood. So like you said, like villaining it up.
I'm trying to think of some quotes from that film.
I can't think of
there's loads in there.
Riddle
me this or riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black bat?
It's just wrong in so many places. And I think it's when you watch it now, it's because they've done all these other versions since that makes it worse. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's what. Never mind the fact that it followed 89 Batman.
Batman and Robin makes Batman Forever better.
There's a bit where
can't make it any worse.
There's a bit where Batman's trying to get into this safe. Oh no, to get him out of a safe because they're trapped in it. And
in Sky, hooked onto an helicopter.
The guy who is rescuing, has got an hearing aid in, and Batman's like, "I need to borrow this." Takes it off him. He's like, "That's my hearing aid." I know, and he puts it to safe, and he uses it to cry. Stupid. I mean, it's Batman.
See, that's actually, to me, that sounds like that could happen. Batman's 1966 when he goes, "Pass me the shark repellent."
No, because that is the perfect staging point to move over to me.
Right.
With ridiculous things happening. I watched last night Hobbs and Shaw. Seriously.
Well, everybody, I'd like to welcome you all to Tony's farewell appearance on Forget Work, Watch Films.
See, Tommy hates Fast and Furious, and he hates The Rock. So
No. I like Fast and Furious. I like Too Fast, Too Furious. I don't like where that franchise has gone. They started off as really good films.
Yeah. They did, but then they just become take your brain out of films.
You know what worries me about that? You know,
it's so different to other Fast and Furiouses.
I'm worried one day I'm going to end up watching that.
You will.
You know, when there's no else to watch
because there's so many stupid bits in it. Like Idris Elba's this like
Superman.
Like we are all in these inbuilt in upgrades.
You can't fly, can he?
No, but like it's that is not the worst bit. It's the fact that like his bike transforms and just comes to him when he wants it and stuff like that. It's right stupid, and there's loads of right bad bits at end, which are like all special effects and oh god.
I think it's safe to say it's out there now. We can talk about who turns up at the end. If you've not seen it, you don't want to spoil it.
They don't turn up at
skip
end.
on. Well, I
turn up end. They turn up.
Kevin
they
Hart.
turn up. No, they turn up right. Well, Ryan Reynolds turns up right at start.
Is
To
it
me,
at start?
Right. This about the fact that they're another team is rubbish.
All right.
I know that's what you were told, but that's not right. Ryan Reynolds turns up at start as an ex-friend of The Rock's.
Right.
And he's part of CIA. He has nothing to do with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's airline marshal who helps them when they have to get from one town to another.
Right.
They'd have no interaction whatsoever. So the fact that somebody told you that they were going to be a
Well,
new
I'm
team
sure The
and
Rock
that-
tweeted and said
No.
something like the new tweet.
No, they have no interaction whatsoever.
Oh,
There's no connection between
Well,
them.
it's September the 21st, or is it? It might be
Well-
23rd when this comes out. We'll revisit this podcast in a few years when they bloody release Fast and Furious with
But
Kevin Hart.
that film is all set up for sequels.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's this villain behind it who's a computer voice. And it basically comes on at end saying, Hobbs, you don't remember me, but I remember you. And then you're thinking all the way through there's going to be like a big reveal. Like,
And they're in.
and who this person is linking maybe back to one of the other Fast and Furious films, but they're in. So they're lining it up for next film.
Drives me insane.
Hobbs and Shaw 2 will be out 2022. I will put money on it.
I can't work out if The Rock and Vin Diesel falling out is genuine or not, because you read a lot of like sort of behind the scenes stuff, and it seems like it is.
It weren't them two. It
Tyrese.
were
No,
Tyrese.
The Rock and The Rock called Vin Diesel a candy ass, and then when they announced Hobbs and Shaw, Tyrese came out and slagged them off, saying, "Well, you've delayed Fast and Furious for 2 years just so you can do a movie." But is this setting up Hobbs and Shaw versus the Fast and Furious?
Well, is it all bollocks?
Yeah,
Basically,
yeah.
is it just clever marketing?
But-
let's have them disagreeing with each other.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that because there's no such thing as bad publicity unless you're
Gary Glitter.
Yeah.
Who's also featured on the soundtrack for the new Joker film. But carry on.
Does he really?
Yeah, did you not know that?
No.
Well, I don't want to. Yeah, go
right.
on. That's a topic for when we watch the film. But go on.
We'll cover that next week. Hopefully, when we'll have watched the Joker. But back to Hobbs and Shaw. See, it's just take your brain out stuff, but it's worse than Fast and Furious. It's so.
So let me
worse.
ask you then.
Will I watch Hobbs and Shaw?
No.
too? Yes.
What would you say out of 10 did you think to it? Just so I know where you're coming from.
I would call it a 5, maybe a 4.
Jesus. And
Okay.
if you're going to
No, because it's not. It's very different to Fast and Furious. It's just
No, what I mean
there's
is-
not much with cars. It's-
Well,
you love
well, there is and there isn't.
You love cheese and you love Fast and Furious, and you still give that a 4.
Yeah, because it's just
It is what it is, isn't it? You know what you're getting.
It's painted by numbers. You know, there's no different to what you've seen a million times before, but it's not bad enough where you'd think turn that off.
No, it's
So
bad.
that's why I'm saying 5.
It's bad enough where you think, don't turn that on.
No.
So-
as soon as it come on, I were like, as soon as I realised that it had downloaded and it were able to watch, I thought, get in.
Moving on. Yeah, I watched Child's Play. Now, the Stephen King's. He didn't write Child's Play, but obviously Stephen King's Pet Sematary, Stephen King's It, been remade to a new audience, and the Pet Sematary was god awful. I don't know if you've seen it, but it was.
I've seen it
It
recently.
was horrendous. It is good. We covered it a couple of weeks ago. Best selling horror film of all time. It too is average
I want
at
to
best.
watch that.
Yeah. So I watched Child's Play, and you know what? It weren't as bad as I thought it were going to be. Although it's such a strange film because it's done in the sense it's kind of like it almost feels like you're watching a kids' film, just the way like how bright the colours are and the camera work and everything like that. But it's really gory. Some of the stuff's really horrific, and the premise that they've gone with is like obviously Alexa and these smart homes. Chucky is a doll that can connect to all that, so you can imagine stuff that he's capable of doing. Because he can turn eating up and stuff.
So a friend of ours.
Oh, Alexa's going off. Alexa, stop.
A friend of ours had ate that, a doll that can turn eaten up when you're not looking. Can you imagine the things of nightmares?
Who's turned eating up?
But
It went no.
like just to set the premise, you're familiar with the first Child's Play?
I went to see it at cinema.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it when I watched it. It's for its time, it was a decent sort of like slasher horror sort of film, and I enjoyed it. Yeah,
but Chucky himself is up there with Freddy, Jason as iconic slasher characters, aren't they?
Well, there are horror icons, aren't there?
Definitely.
This film really follows the classic film formula. You've got like the detective, you've got these other people. But I'm not gonna sit here and say it were really good, but it were watchable. It were better than I thought it would be. Just to set the premise, obviously, can you remember in the original movies how Chucky becomes who he is? Like how he becomes an evil doll.
Serial killer uses like voodoo magic to transfer his soul into a doll.
Well, basically in this one, a disgruntled worker in a factory somewhere turned safety protocols off on this doll.
$1 or
$1 because I think he's fed up with company, and then that $1 ends up in a household, an all-American household.
Interesting thing is Mark Hamill voices Chucky. You know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's actually there's a clever reference to Star Wars as well, because when the name, I'll not spoil it. When you watch it, see if you can spot the Star Wars reference.
There's a funny reference in
Hobbs and Shaw.
Right,
go on.
Where he goes into
Deadpool.
No, even though basically Ryan Reynolds just plays Ryan Reynolds, which he does in every film. They're in Jason Statham's like underground lair. He's got all these cars, and the last one's a Mini Cooper,
right?
And he says, "Oh yeah." Hobbs says, "Small car for a small man." And he says, "Yeah, I used that on a job I did in Italy."
Oh god!
Referencing Italian job, which
remake.
He remake, weren't he, with Mark Wahlberg?
See, you're supposed to blow the doors off.
Things like that, they're just fun, aren't they? They're not subtle Easter eggs.
But
everybody's going to get them.
Well, yeah. But I'd forgot he were in remake, and then I had to double check.
Mark Wahlberg were in it.
Yeah. It's not that is a good film, actually. So,
is it?
I liked it. I really like it. Edward Norton, your mate.
Your judgment is going askew.
No, let me just go back to Child's Play, and there was something I was flicking through, and I'd seen this trailer, and I'm hoping you've seen it. Oh God, my brain's just gone. It's
Tony's gone back.
Do you remember that kids show? 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4.
No.
It was basically a cartoon show. It was basically these guys in.
I'm so lost.
In outfits.
What are you trying to tell us?
Right, basically done a film about them.
Oh.
But it's a film done as a horror film.
Oh,
Banana Splits. The Banana Splits movie.
No.
But this was a kids show back in like late 70s, early 80s.
Can you imagine?
And they've now done it
as an horror film.
Can
you imagine if they did...
Seriously, we're going to have to watch that.
If they did Teletubbies in an horror movie. Time for Tubby, bye-bye.
I saw a trailer, and they built it up as like this horror trailer, and then they come out all dressed as Banana Splits, and I'm thinking...
Yeah.
What is... This is weird. If anybody else has seen that trailer or even seen that film, please get in touch with us.
Yeah.
Because that
just so we know he's not making it up. Maybe it were a nightmare you had. Banana Splits!
No, they killed Teletubbies!
Yeah.
No, true. Weird.
So I've got a topic that I wanted to hit you with. And then we've got a request that we're going to see this episode out with. So my question to you is, because I think you've both got extensive film collections. Yeah. Do you think, obviously, when was the last time you bought a Blu-ray?
Years ago.
You know, the last one I bought was when I first installed my projector. So I went to HMV and bought Inception, because that is an amazing film.
Inception.
I thought I want to go and buy. I want to get some of the look and sound really good. But
So where do you think it's good that we're going into, like, we're in an age where you've got every film at your disposal, but you don't even need to own any physical copies? Do you prefer to have the physical copies? Can you understand why people do? Or do you prefer to have all these films at the touch of a button, legally? Netflix, Amazon Prime, Sky On Demand. Obviously, I couldn't tell you the last time I bought a DVD. Never mind.
Well, like I say, it's years ago for me. And I had put one in.
But-
I even disconnected my Blu-ray player because I weren't using it.
Because you stream
Because
pretty much everything.
I stream them and put them on.
I had a hell of a lot of DVDs, a lot of them, and I sold them all for £50 because never used them. But your collection, it covered an entire wall, didn't
Well,
it?
my DVD collection that's because I worked at Silver Screen.
Yeah.
And seriously, the collection, it were a room.
Yeah.
And when I switched to Blu-ray, I had to take them all down to CEX. It took me about 5 months just to get rid of them all. But I've now got a quite decent Blu-ray collection. I would say decent.
Yeah.
But I've never touched it.
Yeah.
But I do like looking at it, do you know what I mean? Which is the whole point of having a collection, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
And you know
could
what?
I get rid of it? I think to myself, no, because but that's holding on to something that you're not going to use.
Yeah, because you're not going to use them, are you? You're just not.
No.
Like, everything is online.
But they're also classic films.
I know.
Because I did get rid of quite a few of the like shit films, like Oboe with a Shotgun, but like, I can't get rid of like Predator 1,
Yeah, but
and Star Wars collection, because they're just classic films.
yeah, they are. But you said Predator's a good example. Again, that's another topic that seems to come up every week. Predator is a film where how many times has that been released on DVD and Blu-ray? There's about 15, genuinely about 15 different versions. I have no interest in having a collection, like a physical collection, because it literally is just clutter, isn't it? You buy it, and when it's hassle now, I think it's the day and age, but it's hassle now putting the Blu-ray in and watching the menus and watching the warnings. When you can flip, and don't forget, I could watch my collection in my bedroom. I could go to Spain and watch it there. I could watch. You know what I mean? It's the day. You move 50 years and it'll change then. DVDs only existed for probably 10 years tops. They've been phased out.
I suppose what made me think of this question is, a few years ago, Friday night, you wanted to watch a film, where would you go? Where would you go to, like, let's say 15 years ago, or mid-90s?
I used to live in a Blockbuster.
You'd go to Blockbuster, right? We knew we wanted to watch a horror film last night, but without even getting up off the settee, we watched Child's Play, legally, can I just add, streamed it. But you just don't need DVDs and Blu-rays, do you?
I just looked at what new films had been released.
Yeah.
And then sort of like there were obviously the show were on, so I thought, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's things have changed now, haven't they? DVD, CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays are different. Blu-rays for people with like really heavy, home theatre systems, like a collection. I get that, but how can you argue with Netflix and you can't, can you really? Like we're when you're going away, you don't have to worry about like if you're having a night in wherever you stay, because there's just things on demand. But it's also a good thing because people probably watch more nowadays. But I think the difference is back in day, people would watch anything and everything, wouldn't they? Like if you think of all the crap classics in the 80s, you've watched them all. You watch more when your choice is less, don't you? Don't you think?
Yeah.
I always find it
There's
interesting.
so many films where you like think to yourself, oh, where's somebody else? Films that you've not seen are over the last few years rather than years ago. Because like you say, you'll have caught most early ones when they were on TV or on video.
I love the fact that if there's a film you've seen a million times, tell me a film you've seen a million times.
Love Actually.
Tell me a good film you've seen a million times.
Star Wars.
Yeah, I always love the fact that you could have Star Wars on Blu-ray, digital DVD, but if you're scrolling through telly and it's on channel, if it's on ITV, you put it on, don't you?
Yeah.
If it's on telly, you watch it.
It's just a classic, innit, that always on telly, so you just put them on.
Yeah. What is a film that's always on telly every time you look? Tell you what, lately it's bloody Men in Black 3.
Yeah. Men in Black 3
always on, isn't it?
that's rubbish.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's
right.
You,
Tell you what we watched the other day, because...
Let me do my Doubtfire impressions if I can remember. I'm a hip-hop dance to your drop kind of granny. Oh,
You can make a mean cup of cocoa.
It was a run-by fruiting, dear. I saw them, dear. I saw them.
It was a drink that killed him. Oh dear, was he
was
an
an
alcoholic? No, he was run over by a Guinness truck.
Yeah, right film that.
So, my next question in this topic is: so we've established. I can only go off you two. I can't speak about the general population, but people don't buy Blu-rays and DVDs like they used to.
No. Well, you've seen that in the decline of such companies that did sell that sort of thing.
Yeah. Do you think people will ever stop going to the cinema?
No.
I did. In fact, no.
I don't think they will, because it's an experience. But also, that's why cinemas have fought back, because you've now got IMAX experience. You've got the 4DX experience, which to me is utter bollocks.
Have you tried it?
It's just a ride. Yeah, me and him went to see Jurassic World.
I bet you Tony gets motion sickness. We went bobsledding once, believe it or not. He's never doing that again.
No. Then there's this, what's this new one, 4X?
Yeah, with 4 screens.
That's a load of bollocks. VIP.
Do you know what? As a kid,
they've got to... Cinemas will not stop, because they've got to keep evolving. They've got to keep bringing out new things to get you in.
Yeah.
But even if they didn't do that, even if 4DX didn't exist, IMAX didn't exist, they'd still beat cinema, because people will still use it as a date night, a night out.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day. You know, I genuinely were, right. You know, as a kid, you know, for kids who go to football matches or who go to, you know, weekend trips. What I used to love most, honestly, we're going to cinemas, right? As a kid, I remember going to watch, you know, loads of different movies at the cinemas in Meadowhall, and they'd have that big long corridor with movie posters. Can you remember?
Yeah.
And that's when you say, "Oh, look at this! There's a poster for this." It were exciting, and you go in. I used to love getting popcorn. I used to love watching all that. Absolutely loved it, more so than probably any other hobby that I had. But now, going to cinema, sometimes it just don't make sense, does it? Would you go outside, right? You sat down watching a movie on a Saturday night in your house. Go outside and shout at a random stranger, "Hey, come and watch this film with me." You wouldn't. So the idea at cinema is you're in a room surrounded by strangers who talk, who mess around.
Well, that's why I like IMAX, because I don't like good at cinema.
No. I
don't like good at cinema because other people spoil it.
Well, me and you good at cinema quite a lot, Tom. Tony.
Yeah, you're Tom.
Yeah. We go to cinema quite a lot, but we never go on a Friday night or a Saturday night or a Sunday night.
Because all you're going to do is have it spoiled by other people. I mean, why people go to cinema and sit and pay their money to talk is beyond me. So I don't like, but I like IMAX because we always get seats where nobody sits behind us. Yeah. We always get seats in a group. And it's that loud, you can't hear anybody talking. But it's like any film that I've been to that's been spoiled has been spoiled by other people.
Yeah, I agree.
Deadpool 2.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched that since. But that was spoiled by some bloke laughing at top of his voice, and then some other bloke punched himself in the head. But the bloke punching himself in the head wasn't the most annoying part. It was the guy laughing.
To me, you can genuinely only watch you can really only watch a film once, can't you? You can only get that epic. For me, watching it for the first, you've never seen it before, is the only proper time you watch that film. Obviously, you can enjoy it multiple times, but I don't like to have that ruined, especially if it's a film I really want to enjoy. And as soon as that happens in cinema, I mean, I've been in before where they forgot to turn bloody lights off, and I go out and kick off, and they say, "Oh, sorry, we can't make it fully dark because you need to see the steps." Are you taking a piss? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've done it before.
I think people won't stop going to cinema, I agree, but I do really believe the cinema's too expensive. It is.
It's... I mean, look at that. See, I've always wanted to do VIP, but it's what, 40 quid? I mean, now people say it's worth it, but I think if you pay that money and have that film ruined by somebody else in VIP, I'd be right annoyed. Now, I have heard a lot of good things about VIP, and that people who are spending the money in there
Well, this is the thing.
are film connoisseurs.
It's kind of like being first class in an airport. You've
Yeah.
got your own lounge, you've got your own recliner. Nobody's going to ruin it for you in there.
You've done VIP, haven't
Yeah, I did, but I did VIP and thought to me saying, you know what, I'm never doing that again. Only because I ate 3 hot dogs, 2 packets of nachos, 2 bags of popcorn. I genuinely felt sick. But I will mint, it's very good. So, Cineworld out there, we're giving you free advertisement here, so you need to give us free cinema tickets.
Yeah, but VIP,
Yeah,
cut prices down.
So-
Well, it's like you said just then, just finishing off on this. I used to go to the cinema and buy popcorn. Fuck that.
Oh, yeah.
And I never used to buy a drink.
Well,
out because I couldn't afford it.
Obviously, if you've got a family of 4, right, you're going to cinema, buying a ticket each, you're buying popcorn, drinks each. How much would you budget yourself to go and watch that film with all 4 of you?
It depends on film, doesn't
It
it?
depends. But I mean, it depends how you look at it. I suppose if you look at it as you were taking your girlfriend out for a meal, you'd probably spend between £20 and £30 each for a meal, maybe. So call it 50 quid. So it's probably cheaper than that. But I still find it for popcorn, which is no cost whatsoever,
Well-
is extortionate.
Well-
I mean, what is it for popcorn and a drink?
It's
10
about 9-10 quid.
I once watched a programme, right, and it was a documentary about Cineworld, and throughout the whole recession, Cineworld not once reported a loss, not once. And popcorn, a bag of popcorn, genuinely, a medium-sized bag of popcorn, cost them 3p because of the size of the bag and the pips. It is pure profit.
I
Yeah.
bought 44 bags of movie popcorn from Amazon for about 14 quid. I've had them for ages. So it's... Yeah, that's where they get you in it, food.
Well, they get you
Yeah.
on food and
But
stuff
what
like
I
that.
suppose my point about a family of 4 going is it's probably about 10-15 quid
Well, you'd
per
probably
ticket
spend- you'd
per
probably-
person.
Yeah, you'd probably spend about 20 quid per person.
That's too much in it. So
For a night out, 80 quid.
Oof.
There seems to be 10 quid if they like.
And the film's not necessarily going to be good, is it?
10 quid.
So
If that might be more.
I've got a topic that I want to cover, which Alison Ashton has listened to our podcast and she enjoys it. Tony, they're a fan of you. They think that, judging by your voice, they thought you were a pub landlord.
It's not even
The pub landlord.
it's not even his real voice. Somebody once told him he sounds a bit like David
David
Seaman.
Seaman.
So that's how he's talked since. It's ridiculous.
So she wants us to discuss cult films.
Right.
So I wrote a few cult films down just to kind of spark your memory, and I just want to get your opinion on cult films and where you're at with them, kind of thing. Obviously, a cult film, for anybody listening who's not sure, is the best way to describe it. It's a film with highly dedicated fans, but pretty much a small fan base. It never really set the world alight, but it's still got a strong following.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we see if we can just quickly guess a few?
Yeah.
I mean,
see
you
what
can
we
guess
can
them,
do.
but I mean, I can't tell you yes or no if they're cult films, but I can tell you if I've got them on my list.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you a
Go on.
big one, right? So to me, surprisingly, a lot of films when they're released bomb. They come out and it's disastrous, but it gains a following later from people who connect to it and love it. One film that fits that bill is The Nightmare Before Christmas. How could you be that is a massive cult film.
See, I think
that's not on my list, but I think
a
it
cult
probably
film
is.
to me also is a film that is a singular entity. So a lot of time it won't have a sequel.
Yeah.
That to me, so they hold on to that one film. So I would say Shawshank Redemption.
I don't think that's a cult film. It's
That-
like what
that
it
bombed.
top.
No,
Yeah, it did
that
bomb.
absolutely bombed at cinema, and then
Yeah, I think-
got a massive following when it were
On DVD.
released, and then it were on TV.
So-
Flash Gordon.
I've got a couple
Go
of
on.
questions I want to hit you with. 2 or 3 questions. My first question is, what film do you think of first when somebody says the word cult?
What, the word cult or
Cult
a film?
film. Come on.
I was going to say, well, cult, I think, like...
One of us.
Yeah.
One of us.
Yeah.
All the way. What?
June.
That's the first thing you... Yeah? That's on the list that I saw.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Get in.
What, the month of June?
No, June as in like a sand dune.
Being remade, isn't it?
Great film. Seriously, amazing film.
Being remade.
Bet you two have never seen it.
Yeah, I think I have actually.
I was looking on some the other day. It's got. I saw
Do you know
some footage from it. It's got a couple of famous actors in it.
Loads of famous
Do you know
actors
what
in it.
I'm buzzing for? The guy who made his name, I think it's Dennis
Villeneuve.
whatever.
Yeah.
He created. He made Prisoners, Blade Runner 2049, and what was the other film he made? He is brilliant. So he's doing the June remake.
Yeah,
but
but the problem is they've been on about this June remake.
No, yeah,
for years.
no, it's shooting now. Batista's been cast as well.
Right.
We've got about 10 minutes left, so we need. So
Right, go on.
You think
fire
of
away,
cult
we'll
film?
tell
You
if
think
I
of
you're
June?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
June straight away. You? Well, you just said Nightmare Before Christmas.
I could spend about 20 minutes trying to think of one, but the first one, a recent one, Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
So, do you think films that are released nowadays can be cult films in the same regard as like your classic cult films, like you've just mentioned?
Yeah. Any film can become a cult film.
Yeah.
Another one that just pops into mind, and then just went out again, is
That's happening
come
a
on,
lot.
Jim Carrey, Kate
Oh,
Winslet,
it's on my list as well.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless
Seeing
Mind.
as you're revealing my list, I'm going to hit you with.
No, we should be revealing your list.
Yeah.
It shows that we know what we're on about.
Yeah.
We've got 10 minutes, so I can't. So basically, a little list of cult films. Let me know if you've seen them. Donnie Darko,
No,
Yes.
no.
Evil Dead.
Right, hang on.
Oh,
Donnie Darko.
One film.
Donnie Darko. You've never seen Donnie
No,
Darko?
no, I haven't.
Right, weird.
It is, I know it.
Right, weird.
I've tried and I've
It's
tried
so
and
hard.
I've tried.
Yeah,
There's a sequel to that.
Who made his acting debut in that movie? Bit of trivia for you
Well, it
guys
weren't
at home.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
No, it weren't. Right?
That weren't his first film.
I never said it was.
His first film was Bubble Boy.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, I saw that in an
Go on,
interview
then.
with Tom Holland. Anyway, made his debut in that movie. Seth Rogen.
Really?
Yeah.
Ain't Patrick Swayze in it and all? Plays like
Yeah.
paedophile teacher.
Yeah.
Evil Dead. Seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
American Psycho.
Oh, right.
Yes, I have seen it, but I couldn't really tell you much about
Wicker
it.
Man.
Phil Collins, Studio.
The original Wicker Man.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I've properly seen it.
I've seen the
No.
Nicolas Cage.
I've seen Nicolas Cage one.
The Bee's not the
Pulp
Beast.
Fiction.
Yeah.
Who hasn't seen Pulp
Blade
Fiction?
Runner.
Yes.
Clerks.
Yes.
Fight Club.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, there's one film I've not mentioned yet.
Even though I said about some, they don't have to have sequels, there are a few of those.
Yeah.
Quite a few of those. Obviously, Blade Runner,
Clerks.
But a lot of them, if you look, didn't have sequels straight away.
Well, Blade Runner.
Clerks 2 come out ages after Clerks
Blade
1.
Runner.
Blade Runner. How many years were
Well,
that?
the irony is, Blade Runner sequel, 35 years to release. Same again, that sequel.
Evil
bombed.
Dead 2 wasn't actually a sequel; it was a remake.
Sequel.
Oh,
Done
yeah.
by the same, done by same director,
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi with
Did-
Bruce Campbell in.
Blade Runner sequel. Right, what we were just saying, the irony is 35 years later, the sequel to Blade Runner comes out. That bombed as well. That did not do well at all. And then that's already gained.
It's got one fan, he loves it.
Blade
Anyway,
Runner. Oh, I love it, yeah. So,
Yeah,
there's one
like that.
film that I haven't wrote down, which is universally, of all the lists that I seem to check, it was at the top for all of them. Any guesses?
have we mentioned it? Have we
No.
anywhere close to it?
But it's probably, it spawned tons of musicals on every avenue. It's been at Sheffield Lyceum, it's been in London, it's been on Broadway.
It's not Wizard of Oz, is it?
This is classic cult.
Wizard of Oz, Star Wars.
Now,
No. I want to say Airspray or something like that.
yeah, it is something like that, but it's not Airspray.
Oh, God, here we go. I've got it. Sandy!
Grease.
No, it's not Grease.
I thought that were a dog.
Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Nah, that is.
Never seen
Have
it.
you not?
No.
Well,
not my cup of tea at all.
That's the thing I wanted to mention about these cult films. Now, I think with some of these films, particularly one like this one, unless you watch those films when, like, in like, say, the 80s or the kind of... You can't watch that now and get on board with it. You can't. It's just gone.
Did they remake that? I'm sure they did.
Probably.
They did.
Probably.
They did.
If you've never
Sure
seen,
they did.
if you've never seen it, then why do you wear fishnets?
Just because I like them.
I went to see it in Sheffield earlier this year, and it was quite a good show, actually. It was a good laugh. But I watched the film leading up to it, and oh my god. I watched film and thought, I'm not sure if I want to go.
No. Meatloaf's in it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, it's Susan Sarandon, isn't it?
yeah. Get it.
Like I said, never seen it, will never see it. It's not my cup of tea whatsoever.
Let's do the... Is that...
Yeah, that's where it's from,
Yeah.
There's loads of songs you probably know that come from that film.
If I were to tell you the storyline of that film, seriously, it is weird. But that has probably got the biggest cult following of all the films I've mentioned.
No.
See,
I can see it. And you see it that way. Like, they still do shows, they did musical.
Yeah.
People dress up, people have parties. Well,
then
again, would you put Sound of Music in the same thing? Would you put that as a cult film?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
They do the same thing with that. People dress up, people have sing-alongs.
The thing is, what I find about cult films for me is it's like some people hate the film and some people love it. That can sometimes be to me what divides. So, for example,
to be cult,
Ghostbusters is a cult classic.
I think everything. God knows what cult is when you look at Chicken Dictionary, but I think it's to do with more like a small grouping who love it beyond where the mainstream, like you say, either like it or dislike it.
I'm going to name a film now, which was part of my list, which I have tried and I've tried with, and I always turn it off. But I know for a fact you love it, Tony. You love it.
Go on.
And I saw a list once of Jim Carrey's top films, and this was number one. And I just think, how? Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
It's brilliant. It is so good.
I've tried.
It's so classic.
Do you know the
it's one of them classic stories about love and relationships, and it explains so much about how when you're in a relationship, it's so good at the start, and then it becomes, once all the like newness goes, that's when it becomes hard.
Yeah.
And once he has all his memories to start going back, and he realises about all that stuff that he's forgot.
Yeah.
I love that film.
I've tried.
Love it.
It's done as though it's like a Channel 4 independent movie. It's
a guy who I can't remember his name. It's Spike somewhere.
Oh, Jones.
Yeah, is it Spike Jones? It's somebody who just did music videos.
Yeah,
and that was one of their first.
What? Well, Charlie Kaufman did the screenplay and Michael Gondry directed it.
That's it. It's one of them, yeah.
Yeah, we were close.
We got a letter out.
Do you know the cast in that film, though? They've got a great cast. And
that was one of Mark Ruffalo's first films.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo.
Elijah Wood,
Kirsten Dunst.
What's his face coming off his...
Tom Wilkinson.
Coming off his full Monty vibe.
I think it's a great film, but I do think that is a film where Jim Carrey deserves the respect. He gains a lot more respect doing movies like that, doesn't he? That's when he becomes a proper actor. And I can imagine it frustrates him that people just look at him as Ace Ventura when he's done films like that, because it's a very thought-provoking, deep, well-written film. I think it's really good.
So,
I love it. That's
what I'm saying. So some people with these films hate them, but then some people on the flip side
I know
love
for a
them.
fact there's people
Donnie
who hate them.
Darko, what do you think to that?
Oh, it's too much.
It is, isn't it?
It's too harsh.
You're watching it and you're thinking, what the hell?
Yeah.
You could be 20 minutes from end and thinking, what the hell is going on?
It's trying to be too clever, then it disappears up its own arse.
Yeah.
I like time travel more than anything.
We said that not everybody's seen Pulp Fiction. I don't think everybody likes it. That film is strangely put together, isn't it?
I don't think I'd put it on in front of my mum and she'd love it.
Like your fishnets.
Yeah. I'm starting to worry now that you are starting to picture me in fishnets.
So, cult films. Thank you for that topic, Alison. We on Forget Where Watch Films, we love to talk about things that people sent in. So if you've got a topic, let us know and send it in. We take it in turns to host, but feel free to message us on our Instagram, which is at Forget Where Watch Films. We've got nearly 1,000 followers on it now, so thank you to everybody. Is there anything you guys are planning on watching before next week?
Well, I'm hoping to get, maybe not next week, week after, get Joker in.
Yeah, well, it's out on the 2nd of October, isn't it? You know what's out at cinema now, don't you? A couple of days ago.
Go on.
Rambo, Last Blood.
Nah.
Is that what you want to watch?
I love Rambo. Love him.
That film.
But I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to go to cinema to watch it. I'll wait for it to come on to like streaming or something.
It looks
legal
joke.
streaming.
Yeah.
What a joke that film looks.
But it's had like bad reports.
Well, I've read that it just follows a formula. It's just such a straightforward film.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, you didn't even know it were out. So that tells you all you need to know.
I know it's a bar because it's been advertised all. It's been advertised on telly, it's been advertised online.
Let's be honest though, Rambo 2, 3 and 4 aren't masterpieces, are they? In Rambo 2, didn't he take on a full army?
First Blood is amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's
I
third
remember
one.
watching First Blood around about the same time. I watched Predator and I watched like Blade Runner and all them sort of films, and I love it. It's iconic. And then 2, 3,
they do not
are just
hold up.
shit.
Yeah, they are. We went to an evening with Sylvester Stallone, and I thought, I've never seen all the Rambos. I'm going to watch them. They are
You didn't mind that we've not seen them.
They're products of the 80s, aren't they? There is no flesh to them. There's no.
Which one is it where his allies are Afghanistan?
That's 3.
Times have changed.
Yeah, well, it just shows you. Yeah. He goes to save Afghanistan people from Russians.
So now when people are going, the new Rambo isn't. He's up
against Mexican cartel this time.
Garbage.
I mean, who can you go up against now?
I thought the last one was the last one.
Well, this is Last Blood. Because obviously, first one was First Blood.
Yeah.
This is Last Blood.
Wait till it's Rambo blood transfusion.
Yeah. Last drop of blood.
I know something that you have been watching. I'm wondering if you're going to try and continue with it. Righteous Gemstones.
Yes, I was going to try to mention that this week. Absolutely brilliant. We watched first episode and it's fantastic. Classic Danny McBride. Yeah. We need to get some more episodes of that because I absolutely...
What kind of video, Jesse? Like a YouTube's? No, not a YouTube's video. Do you remember that time when Daddy tried to let me buy a Fiat so I could just potter around?
When he says, "Come over here," why come?
Danny McBride.
So Danny McBride is my hero.
We're going to watch that, all three of us together, one by one. So we'll not power through it, but we'll review it now and again.
Well, half-hour episodes, so we should be able to tick quite a few off every week.
Yeah,
I need to finish watching The Boys. That is a hard. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant, but it's a heavy.
I watched episode 1 and I really wanted to stick with it, but I just haven't had a chance to go back to it.
It's very good.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it for episode 7 of Forget Where Watch Films. Like I say, we love topics to discuss. We love things that people want us to discuss.
That was a good topic, cult films. I think we could probably get more in depth to that.
We could have done more with that.
I think I need to think about it more because there's a lot of cult films.
We may come back to that.
There's a lot of cult films on tip of my tongue. Like even
it's hard to discuss cult films because they're films that doesn't have a massive fan base. So there's a lot of them that you probably haven't seen.
Well,
Blair Witch, Exorcist, they're all
like bloody what's his face films.
Wes Anderson type,
things like that.
I Spit on Your Grave. That's a cult film.
So I'm guessing that Alison is a fan of cult films. So we'd love to know what your favourite cult film is.
Yeah.
I'm sure I heard that you're a fan of Wicker Man, but.
Original or Nicolas Cage.
We're forgetting the remake exists.
Right.
I actually watched the remake, to be honest with you. But yeah, goodbye everybody. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Live long.